Hey, how's it going, everybody? So around this time last year, if you haven't been subscribed that long, that's sad, but I'm just letting you know, around this time last year, I posted a video talking about my sleep paralysis experience, and for the most part, it happened when I was relatively younger, and that was the only true experience I remember vividly, like still to this day. And now this time, because all of a sudden, I just had one on Sunday, and I was shook. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna be telling you guys, and I say unfortunately because I don't know if people actually like this stuff, so let me know by dropping a thumbs up, and no, that wasn't a trick you to say, oh my god, like the video. Let me know if y'all even want me talking about this, because it would be a waste of my breath to sit here and film and then edit if nobody wants to see it. But no, I'm gonna be talking about what happened to me Sunday. I'm gonna try and dumb down the story a little bit just to save time, because I don't want to bore you guys too much with like a long scenario leading up to what actually happened to me, like the whole sleep paralysis thing. So I'm just gonna dumb down what I did Sunday, what led up to me going to sleep and having a supposed dream that led to the whole me being shook as hell in my room at 3 o'clock in the morning. So this past Sunday, I live in Illinois, if anybody did not know that. Like,
hey Jason, where are you from?
I just told you, so have fun with that information. But this past Sunday, me and a couple of friends went to Starved Rock. If you guys don't know the location, look it up. I don't feel like explaining that. That goes along with me editing. I want to get all this little information out of the way. So this past Sunday, me and a couple of people went to Starved Rock. You know, had a good old jolly time there. It was my first time going. More of a tourist attraction, if you ask me. Was there almost the entire day, but then towards the night, we went then from Starved Rock all the way to this location in Indiana that had an abandoned school that had to be haunted. Why was I there? Also, do you really think I should be showing up to a place like that? No. So this abandoned school, again, was haunted. And from the stories that I heard was crazy. Oh, this was an all-boys Catholic school. The priest would take the young boys downstairs and do the no-nos to them. So I was like, yeah, if anything was haunted, I'm out. Cause no. So we go to this place. I attempt to film a little bit, but something went wrong. If you guys want me to talk about that in another separate video, I'll do that as well. But it's not as bad as you might have thought. The whole experience of me being there and stuff like that. It was actually much more enjoyable than me freaking out the entire way there. So we go to this haunted place. You know, some things happened. We were there for about an hour, say an hour and a half at most, and then we left. When I got home, it had to be around 11, almost 12 o'clock. I was pretty much beat for the day. I was done. I went straight to bed. And this is where my nightmare began. So pretty much I had a nightmare. I haven't had one of those in years, honestly. And it was one of the weirdest, most chilling experiences because I knew for some reason that was gonna happen because the experience of being at that location was just so surreal to me. There was never been a time where I've put myself in that position to where I'm just so vulnerable to stuff. It was like that haunted shit is real. If you guys think it's fake, it's not. It's absolutely real. If you get touched, it is not the person you were next to. That's one of them demons. Like, So with me being there, just in real life again, it was super cold, it was dark, it was windy, it was just so ominous that I couldn't deal. But the way I guess I had the nightmare was that when I went there in real life, it was just too good to be true, as if I was in a horror movie or something. Everything just went too right and I left just unharmed, pretty much. Now, I'm thankful for that. I don't know if I will ever be doing that again, but just when I went to bed that night, I was pretty much going over every worst case scenario that would have happened if I would have went there and, you know, just things went completely wrong. So this is how the whole sleep paralysis thing ended up going. In the dream I had, okay, so at the haunted school, there were 2 staircases on either end. It was one of those like 2-floor schools or whatever, Catholic schools. I don't even know if all of them are like that. And one of them had an elevator shaft that went from the top floor all the way to the basement. And so in the dream, we had all went upstairs. And keep in mind, in real life, like there was graffiti everywhere. It was just a very sketchy setup. So in the dream, we went up to the top floor and we were by this elevator shaft. Now in real life, we looked through there and I looked down and everything. It was very creepy. But in the dream, one of the people who I was with fell through there and all of us panicked. So when I take my flashlight and go to look down, you just guess. I'll give you 5 seconds to guess. Y'all taking up too much time. So like when I go to look down, I just see this face. And the face was like, ooh, I don't know if you guys have ever seen creepypastas or anything like that, but there's this one face, I keep forgetting the name, but it looked just like that. But it was just so, I don't even know how to explain it. It was just so dark and so pale from this. So just like this, but just in an opposite feature. Everything just looked so horrendous and demonic and I just got the chills in my sleep. So again, this is all worst case case scenario as if I wanted this stuff to happen, but it just didn't happen. I don't know why my mind thinks like that. I don't know if anyone else could relate. So when I see that face, and it was just dead at the bottom, it was like pitch black, and then you just saw that face staring directly at me, and my entire body got the chills. And what's crazy is that there was an alarm set on my phone. Again, this is all in real life. There was an alarm set on my phone for 3:12 a.m. Never would I ever have an alarm set for that time. That is one of the most oddest times, not just for that time in general, but I have no reason to have an alarm set for that time. Okay, so this is the part where I'm actually in just sleep paralysis. I wake up and I'm completely drenched in sweat. I feel that immediately. But then again, you know, when you're in a nightmare, that's another reason, long story short, how you can get into sleep paralysis. Like, if you ever having a nightmare and it gets to a point where you see something that just totally trips you out, or you just want to get out of it, your first instinct obviously is to open your eyes and just realize that it's a dream. But then at that point, if you just open your eyes too fast to where your body doesn't react, that's where the sleep paralysis sets in, because you can't move your body, all your muscles are locked. When you're in a state of unconsciousness, pretty much you can't move your body, but your mind is active. I explained all this in my last video as well if you guys wanted to see that. But then again, if you guys want to look it up, feel free to do so as well. I'm just telling you guys what I've been going through. And another thing, I sleep with all of my lights off. I don't know if anyone else is into that. I honestly do find it peaceful. I find it relaxing, and it's a way for me to really go to sleep. But the way my dream was set up this particular night, I regretted all decisions made to turning every single light off in that room, because when I wake up from this sleep and I realize that I can't move my body, I can't even turn my neck, but this alarm is constantly going off. But at the corner of my room, what do you see? The exact face I saw dumped down in the elevator when I was at that place. So from there, I'm closing my eyes and I'm thinking of all the little remedies I read online, like, okay, if you blink rapidly, you know, it kind of just wakes you up because you're being active, or like your muscles are moving or something like that. Another thing to do again is to wiggle your fingertips, you know, move small ligaments first, and then it kind of spreads through your bigger ligaments. I have no idea. And while this is all happening, my alarm is still going off at full blast. It gets to a point where I could finally move, and when I do move, everything else is fine except the right side of my arm. It's still asleep. I feel like someone's like just touching me, grabbing me. But on my other side, I'm grabbing my phone and I see the alarm, and now it's like 3:14. And so when you set it to stop, you know how it puts it on snooze mode and then it counts down from like 8 more minutes or something like that? I'm just completely drenched. I feel just so awkward, out of place, disoriented. My arm is still asleep. I don't even get out of bed. I just sit there and my heart's beating really fast, and I'm just thinking about everything that I just saw. Okay, I'm getting the chills now. I'll call it a day. Is this even enough for a part 2, or is that pretty much it? I think I pretty much told everything in terms of just what you guys want to know, I guess. If this video was a bit off, it's because that's kind of how I came across everything. Hopefully this is not too long though, to where you just get bored with everything I just told you. If you guys did enjoy this little creepy video I put out for you guys, make sure to let me know by dropping a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. Also, if you're new and want to see more of this stuff, make sure to subscribe. Also, the Ouija board video, still haven't forgot about that. Last year I did say that I was gonna make one, never did. So again, if you guys want to see a video to even that, make sure to drop a thumbs up and comment below, you know, your experiences, some video ideas you want me to do in terms of, you know, October and all of that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Glad to be back. Not really, I'm just kidding. So that's it for today, and until my next video, bye.